Hello everyone and very good evening to all of you, and I welcome you for this session, which would be basically Gradeup mock analysis test 3. So before I begin today, I don't think I need a mic check. I can see that I'm audible. If I'm not, then a few of you can just let me know.
Very good evening to all of you.
Okay, that was my sound checking, gone wrong. So sorry. Okay, so I think that is fine with everyone. All of you can see me, you can hear me. You saw, my audio testing also. So okay, I know I'm audible. Some sort of disturbance. My audio testing actually, it started speaking from where I was seeing I'm audible or not. Okay, perfect. So nothing to worry. But before no, I think now I'm audible. I just went mute for just checking the thing. So before I start, I saw a lot of comments about how your mocks have been going. Some of you are happy and some of you are not so happy. So I just want to address that problem. The problem is, it happens with everyone. Please, first of all, don't get upset if you score very low in mock, provided you are working hard. Okay. It doesn't mean that you are not working hard. Also, you are getting in a single digit and double digit marks, and then also you should be happy. No, then that's some cause of concern. But you should be really really not perturbed by the marks that you are getting in your mocks if you are putting in your hard work. Why? I'll tell you. First of all, these are for many of you it would be the first test that you are taking, and test taking is absolutely different from what you do in your classes or when you sit down and practice. It's altogether different field. So it's not even the analogy that I was trying to put was India playing so well in its home condition and failing when it goes down under in Australia or when it visits England. But that is that's different level. I am first talking about your practice and the match scenario. So first of all, we have to get comfortable. It happens with everyone. Try to understand that it happens with players, it happens with musicians, it happens with us students, it happens with everyone. Nobody is born or gifted that on the very first day he will go and score 100 in international match. So please try to understand. Don't get perturbed. First thing is that. Second, you have started taking tests. That is very important. Today I think is the 31st last day of March. Yes, if I am correct. Yeah. So from tomorrow onward, already the back counting has already started. So almost 28 days. At least try to take at least 14 mocks. At least every other day you have to. If you can increase it to 2, you should do it. It is just getting exposed to. The more you practice, the better you become. And the vital part of this test is the analysis part. You have to see where you are making the mistakes. 2 or 3 very common things I have already mentioned. Not get stuck up with 1 or 2 questions. No ego issues with the question. Selection properly. You do not have to attempt the very first question that appears on your screen. All these are simple, very basic things that needs to be done. So don't get disturbed. If you are working hard, everything will fall in place. Give it some time. You have full 1 month. But you have to use this time judiciously now. All right. So with that, I just wanted to comfort you because I saw more, emotional problem rather than performance issue. Performance, we are, next 1 hour we will be doing just that. But please try to understand it happens with everyone. Nobody is untouched by this. Okay. Anyone who perseveres, anyone who keeps working hard, who analyzes his mistakes and does not repeat it again, will be the one who will benefit and ultimately come in those 2000 list. Okay. So you have to make it, understand that. So just remove all the negativity, keep working hard. Okay. So I think I have explained in detail. What I am going to do today is the Gradeup mock 3. We will also solve some questions and see. Okay. So I'll just take you through how the SBI PO, I do not want you to forget this. now we should get into complete test taking mode. All those concept building classes are almost getting over. Another 10 days we'll wind everything up till your for mains, and then we might have few workshop here and there, but it's all about tests. It's all about tests. People who have not bought a test series, you are highly mistaken. Arrange for test series, take regular tests, analyze them, work on your weaknesses. Okay, I'll just move out from here now. So these were your SBI PO 15 and 16. You can see roughly same cutoff. I do not see major change here. It's just my expectation. No, I am not claiming it with some empirical data or something. You have seen the English language cutoff went up, but the kind of paper that the IBPS PO, even leave alone the PO, the clerk also has gone up. I think SBI will be motivated, so it will do something and might come down a bit. Quantitative aptitude, again students, you can just see they have started working. This major drop of was because straight away from 15 questions of puzzle they increased to 25 questions of puzzle, and still you see there is only just 2 marks in what has fallen down. For this test, again I will say English language, I was disappointed. I still do not understand why that is happening. We will discuss a lot of things. What has happened here is English language was again very low. Most of you are doing some good selections, I will say, in quantitative aptitude, just for clearing cutoff I am talking about, and reasoning ability, but most of you are facing problem in excelling into at least one of the sections. So all those who have scored 39 and above, roughly you are in the safe range. So 39 plus is the safe range for this test. This was more difficult than the one you have taken, the second test that you had taken. Okay. So with this, let me just move on. Questions to attempt, I will just show you. Mock test 3. Just see, English language, I think more than 70% of the student who attempted this got this correct. So these were sitters, I believe. We will see for ourselves what they were. English, except for passage, we have to attempt all the questions, right? That is what strategy we have narrowed down on. Quantitative aptitude, again there is good selection, 3, 3, 6, 3, 9 plus 2, 11 question. More than almost 70% of you getting it right. Reasoning surprisingly has the maximum weightage, but this can again happen because some of you have chosen one puzzle, whereas some of you have chosen the other puzzle. So that can skew this data a bit. Okay, so never mind, we will see the paper and see what we can do about it. Questions to attempt, we will do our own analysis and see what we had to attempt. Okay, questions from RC, synonym, antonym, close, parajumble, error detection, sentence deletion, incorrect statement, all were there. Nothing unexpected here. Okay, everything was as expected. Caselet DI phone buyer, this was a bit calculation in the, but your number series, simplification, quadratic were really very simple. This 15 marks. I do not understand why someone, even if you lose 111 question, 12 marks straight in quant we should do. Let's see if we can do it. And here also I think there is at least one set which you can choose along with direction, I think 2 marks. Then you have your mathematical inequality. This is the agenda for Sunday with the new method I will take up. And the blood relation, there was a blood relation circular arrangement. I'm not sure if it was very easy. I saw most of you were getting the question 75 to 78, right? We'll get there. Okay. So with this we will start with English. I'll just leave the passage. It was very interesting passage that I had asked all of you to go through. I hope you had gone. It was very interesting. I would not encourage, even in spite of the fact that this passage was very easy, not take risk. If it is a lengthy passage, do not get tempted by the passage. Let's go with our tried and tested. So this is the passage is finished. Question number 2, question number 3 again talks about passage. Question number 4 talks about passage. I leave it. Pass muster. This is again vocabulary. If you something has passed muster, it has gained approval. So the a bill which even if BJP is in majority can easily pass in the Lok Sabha, but it will find it difficult to pass muster in the upper house, which is the Raj Sabha. That too might change soon. So to be accepted basically. Pass mustard is accepted. Again, this was a vocabulary question, guised in this. Again, this one again from passage, I leave it. Okay, this is aqueous. No, sorry. This is how it is, I think, pronounced aqueous. This is how. Aqueous. Again, what is it? Most similar. You allow. You are not very happy with it, but you allow. Okay, that is aqueous. Okay, that again vocabulary we have, come to vocabulary. Now next is eloquently. Eloquently is, in a persuasive and a fluent manner. What can it be? It cannot be loudly, it cannot be vaguely, it can't be gravely, it can be wisely, of course, but the more suitable word will be articulately. You are putting it in a well persuasive manner. Okay. Ample is a lot of. What is, the large cannot be, large cannot be the synonym for most opposite. Large is same, is synonym. Abundant is same. Meager, great is again more. So meager or declining. It was, if it was amplifying, declining, I would have gone with ample. I'll go with meager. Meager is very less. Meager amount of food, meager amount of some resources left. Okay. I'm reading it out for you, and I hope you have taken the test. So this test you must have already with you, right? Okay, next, let me just read it out to you, all those who are not able to read it. A sociological study. Okay, I did not find this sentence, very grammatically very correct. As a sociological study of small town Colombian's life, it is a condemnation of the violent and mechanism prevent in Latin American society. So, I think there is more than what meets the eye. There is a lot of problem in this part. It is the condemnation of the violence and the mechanism which prevents it in Latin American society. I cannot say what, there is plenty of things which is wrong here, but definitely there is some problem in this part. Okay. The sentence should ideally be the violence and the mechanism to prevent, or the mechanism prevalent in Latin society. Both, the sentence in itself does not make any sense. So clearly, but thankfully it does not spill to the next part. So whatever it is, when you read this part, there is some problem here. Okay, the structure in many ways resembles that of a detective story, particularly in keeping the reader about to details, always hunting of a clue that would unravel the mystery. Again, I think there is more than one error here. Hunting for a clue, that I think is another here. Resemble that of, I think that of is redundant. It resembles a detective story. I think it's fine. Particularly in keeping the reader about to details, I am not very sure about this usage. But I think that is what they want to test you here, is hunting of the preposition that should come after this. Which answer? I'm telling you all the answers here. Which answer I have not told you? I have told you this part is the error. This part is the problem here is with the hunting of. Hunting for a should be the correct. Which answer? Just mention when if you feel I have not given you the answer. For where have I not given you the answer? Okay, let me just move forward. Choose the correct answer. Okay, now we come to our interesting close test. Nowadays, I think this was fairly simple. Nowadays, globalization opponents seem increasingly to be drowning out its defender. That means now we hear more voices, people protesting globalization. If they get their way, the post-World War II international order, which aimed often successfully to advance peace and prosperity through exchange and connection, could well resemble, just look at the words here now. No change required, fluctuate, could well fluctuate, could rise, if there are people, opposing it, it will not rise, it will not succeed, most, the word which will go most correctly with the passage here is collapse. So all these guys who are now the opponents of globalization will make this post-World War II arrangement, which is most all about exchange and connection, will come to collapse if you give it to their way. Okay. At first glance, the outlook appears grim. Every aspect of globalization, free trade, free movement of capital and international migration is under attack. Leading the charge, okay, let us just move to the next question. Leading the charge are Kaudi forces. Okay, Kaudi is, all these, this is where, you have to know. These are mostly, say, I'll say vernacular, Kaudi, Pali, Chami, they all mean friends. Okay, so, very simple. Here, leading the charge are, antagonistic. If there is something against, it has to be antagonistic. There is, even if you did not know all this word, this was fairly simple, you could have gone ahead with antagonistic. Antagonistic is someone which is against. Okay. Let's quickly move to the next one. Mark correct. Okay, Kaudi, I told you it's all about friend. In Russia and Asia, the anti-Western groups are at the forefronts of the campaign against globalization. In Europe, the Populist Party have tended to emphasize their aversion to European integration, and with those on right often also condemning the dash migration. Okay, so I think here what do you do? I think here flattering cannot be the word here. It has to be a negative word here. Complimentary, definitely you are not paying compliment. Flattering, of course not. Laudatory cannot be. All these are, praising and, giving praise. Absolving is you are not cared about, but these guys are condemning. That means they are criticizing it. So that should be the part. So that is again no change required. Let us quickly move to the next. Choose the correct word here. While the left denounces rising economic inequality. So now you see it is portraying a grim situation. Everyone now is talking about ill things about globalization. So the lefts are talking about the inequality that is prevalent, the rich is getting richer, and the others, they are talking the right wingers who are for the factories basically and for rich becoming rich, they are now pointing out why immigration etc. is happening. So I hope you get the context of the passage talking about here. In Latin America, the enemy seems to be the foreign abatement. Abatement is what? Lessening something. Compaction is, you compact the ground, pressing. Again, facilitation cannot be the word here. Compunction is, I think we discussed in our vocabulary class, which is regret. No change required does not mean here. It is the inference that we are talking about. So, in the enemy is the interference of the foreign interference of any kind. Then long passage about ISIS and all, and then we come back to all they see are massive unbending organization and intolerable. This is interesting. All they see are massive unbending organization and intolerable inequalities in wealth and income, and they blame globalization. So what is the idea behind the passage? No matter what, be it the right winger or the left, who are not for the factory, for the modernization, they are also seeing fault. Even those who are pro factory also, they are seeing, with the migration etc., they are seeing a problem. Everyone wants this order of globalization to collapse. That is what, at least this is the grim situation which is being portrayed here. Now if you look at this was interesting. I'll not blame anyone who did not think so much. All they see are massive unplundering organization or organized institution. That was the only choice here. Assimilation is not, disattraction is not, destruction is not. All they see is they are talking about the organization. So here, since they are talking about more than one organization, so either it should be organizations or institution, and hence this is correct. So even if you wrote no change required, I'll not have much problem. So you see all these were thrown away 5 marks for you. Let's move to this one quickly. Scientists have dashed first ever practical blueprint. I think you can do it. This is very simple. Why will destruction come here? All these guys are already talking about the negative thing. They are all saying massive unbending destruction. How do they go together? Okay, scientists have dashed the first ever practical blueprint to construct a large scale quantum computer, the most powerful computer on earth that could dash industry, science, medicine and commerce. What they have done, they have exposed, will not be the great you do not expose something good, expose something bad. Draped is cover up. Unveiled, okay, this looks okay. Showing and showing, okay, scientists have showing, again is not a great word. Okay, ensconce is again, you know, getting into shell. I think it's not showing people. Scientists have unveiled the first ever practical blueprint to construct large scale quantum computer, the most powerful computer on earth that could inspire industry, revolutionize industry. I think we have already eliminated this. Anyways, revolutionize industry is the apt word here. I think all of you are getting it correct. Good. I'll read this for you. The vaquitas have been dashed for years in gill nets that are meant to illegally catch another dashed species, a large fish called totoba. So what is gill nets? Is nothing but the net they generally put in sea to catch fish. Okay. So vaquitas is another cute looking fish. You can Google and see. So they have been what? Failing, dying, ending. They have been, I think, you know, disease is not, they have been, end, no. Failing, dying and declining can be my choice here. That are meant to illegally catch another exposed species. Again, this is exposed. I already told you where it is used. Another safe species, illegally safe species, you know, this does not go. What is illegal to catch? What? The endangered species. What are the endangered species? Which are on brink of extinction. So that is the sentence here. The vaquitas have been dying for years in gill nets. These are special nets. Yes, I think all of you are getting it right. Ill nets meant to illegally catch another species. So basically, the guys who are catching this totoba illegally, they end up killing vaquitas who were not the intended ones. Okay. Let us quickly move to now read and find the error. Despite the pervasive nature of joblessness, please mind the word pervasive is always used, mostly I will say, in English you will always find some, is always used in negative context. The happiness which is pervasive in and among students will generally not say. Pervasive tension is pervasive, you know, something which has connotation of some negative effect. So despite the pervasive nature of joblessness, which is correct here, this problem rarely features in official debates. At least I do not see any error here. If someone has seen any error, please point out. I think this looks good. Yes, that is what you are supposed to do. Get the hint of, you know, the most suitable word. Endangered species, I think we all know about it. Okay. Here at least we do not see any problem. We can just move to the next question. Efforts are often to diffuse tension between the public and the government on the issue demonetization and cashless money. Okay. Can you tell quickly? Let's see. Who can answer this question? Last was E. Please come to this question. I'll read for people who are not able to see. Efforts are on to diffuse tension between the public and the government on the issue demonetization and cashless money. Okay, issue. People are still on the last question. Yes, I think I got the correct answer now, which is diffuse. Diffuse and diffuse, you know, are two different words. This is to spread, and diffuse with one I will be basically one I, and if diffuse is to take out that filament which will cause explosion. So that was the problem here, the word diffuse. Okay. Let us see who can quickly do this. This was again an interesting one. Let's see who can do this. I'll give you a minute to do this. I'll just go on mute. I'll read all the comments also. Among, between, Where is among and between? Just let me see. No, I'm not. First of all, please go through this. I'm giving you a minute. I'll just read all the comments. And meanwhile, just go through this. Okay, here I think I have also misspelt it here, which was actually diffuse. Diffuse is, this is basically D and fuse, which is, you know, removing the fuse. Fuse basically is something which would have, if it was in place, it would have exploded. So you have defused it. Okay. Sorry for the incorrect spelling. I hope you have seen this. Well, F is not the option here. F section, please. F is not the option. Okay, let me just quickly take you through this. I think, you know, if you read this one, the part A, Simon Kuznets, then part, I think, G, which is not here, E, G, I think will come in the next. Okay, let me just see whether E, F, G, I think this is all right. I'm not missing anything. Okay, yeah. So I'll use this one to answer the question. So Simon Kuznets, there is some economist here, and then in Poor Country he argued, I think A and G is making perfect pair for me. Okay. In the process he talks about this, and the AG narrowed, and I think AGE makes sense for me here. Now inequality, since this has already moved out, I think C was making a good start. Inequality has become you know, major emerging issue. Now my problem was placing, I think, B. You know, when I did this, I was really finding it difficult. It stigmatizes, and then I think all this is done, and then we are between D and F. So D and F is also very clear that, you know, F should follow. D, this policy is of important, is stigmatized and excluded, while inequality and exclusion they are talking about. So D and F is okay. My entire problem was, where should I place B? I hope I have just scrolled down, and I hope you will also agree with me. The entire problem was placing this B. Okay, so at least I found it difficult, and, you know, then I have to read basically D can be placed either here, here, or here. I was not able to understand, so, you know, I just read it with in conjunction with D. So it stigmatizes, even removes large group of urban people from this, and then I start, this policy is important. So now my confusion was, will, you know, D immediately, the D immediately follow C, or should B come in between? This was the major problem. But if you look how D ends, the urban divide both stigmatizes and excludes. It is already, you know, talking about this. It stigmatizes and removes. It is already been talked about. Therefore, you know, I chose not very convincing explanation, I will say, but, you know, then it is not making sense. B, D, F, for me at least, it was making more sense. I hope, you know, what others have got, I'm not very sure. After C, for, you know, C, B, D, F, A, G, yes, I think Meghna also got the same. So I was, you know, when I was trying to solve, I was getting confused, where should I place B? I think that is where it was having some problem. Okay, C, B, D, I think most of you are getting it. Option B talking about what? Yes, so basically this can talk about this policy that we have started with, no, the inequality. Inequality basically you are talking about, it stigmatizes even the, removes the large group of urban population. That is what it talks about. How do you decide for E? Okay, E in this process as countries, this is very easy. In this process, I do not know about whether it is about the process of the the policy matter or something. Let me not get into that. As countries experience growth, the mass education would provide greater opportunity, which in turn would decrease inequality, shift political power to lower income group to change the government policy. In this process, what is the process been talked about? In poor countries, he argued there was substantial inequality, but the country grew wealthier and economic growth narrowed the difference. In this process of getting narrower, this process as the country experienced growth, it is clearly an extension of this part. I have problem regarding G and E. Please read them together, you will understand. Rich says I have placed E wrongly. No, I don't think so. If you have any other explanation you can give. Okay. Let me just quickly go forward. I have to finish a lot of questions. So that was, my take on that. Okay, this is, I think a little misguiding in terms of it, the question which is asked. A sentence is, removed and then what will come. This has become more grammar than, sentence, what the sentence has been, which sentence has been deleted. An abstract is a summary generally from 100 to 200 words of the contents of a document such as research paper, journal, article, thesis, review, conference, proceeding and other academic or legal document. The primary purpose of an abstract is to facilitate a selection of documents. A reader can grasp the essential point of the document without reading the full document. Now, all these 5 options, let's see. An abstract, how do I read it? Just read all the first parts together. An abstract is an index. An abstract together with, there are 3 abstract together with. Abstract expressionism was first. Okay, this is going in abstract direction. So this one is eliminated. Now I have to find here. Now I can already see a trend. An abstract together with index. And I think, in the grammar rule also that we have posted and we have discussed in our group also, that together with, all this is adjunct. So your subject will become only this. So an abstract will take a singular verb. So this part goes. An abstract and index, if they are joined by a and, then they should take are. Now an abstract together with index, this part is looking correct. An abstract together with index are, no, this should be singular. So this is gone, this is gone. So only option 3 is possible. I hope this is clear. Okay, C, D, B, F, A, G is what I also got. So if you are getting a different answer, you can, tell me, convince me with your logic why it should be there. Okay, now let's move to the next question. An allegory is a symbol, figurative mode of representation of abstract ideas and principle. An allegory is generally treated as a figure of rhetoric, but it may be addressed in visual form such as painting, sculpture or some form of mimetic art. What is mimetic? What is, repeated, copied from somewhere and, trying to just mimic it. It's more mimic. Okay. So what is allegory if I have to tell you in short, all these grandma story which, you used to hear, the tortoise and hare, all those race, which has a deeper meaning. It does not talk about, these tortoise and hares will never go on an actual race. It talks about not being overconfident. So those deeper meanings are what, are represented by allegory. Okay. So now let us read all the options and see which is the most appropriate answer for this. Though it is like other rhetorical comparison, an allegory is a long more detailed than a metaphor and often appeals to the imagination, whereas an analogy appeals to reason. Okay. The Greek period literature stretches from, okay, this I can safely cut. though it is more like other rhetorical comparisons. Okay, this part is okay, this part is okay, this part. Allegory of cave symbolizes a trek. No. Now let's see. Is like other comparison or comparison. So I think now they have again introduced, first of all, they have used the method of elimination about the context which is being talked about, and then they are using grammar. So various other comparison, not comparison. So this is gone. Now we have to choose between, though it is like other rhetorical comparison, it is all right, and allegory is longer and more detailed. Is long and more detailed or longer and more detailed? So I think this part is also gone. So you see what they have mixed the question with the grammar and the sentence the sentence correction and sentence deletion. They have combined the two. I hope it is clear with everyone. Okay, let me just quickly move to the next question. I'm just showing you why people are scoring 4 or 5 marks here. People experiencing dash insomnia may have more than 3 times the risk of developing asthma dash to those without the disorder. I think compared, matched, associated, disagreed, collated, even just by looking at the second word, higher risk dash to those, this is no brainer. It has to be compared. What is chronic insomnia? Something which has happened over for a long time. It's not just that you drank a lot of Red Bull and you could not sleep one night. That is not insomnia basically. Chronic insomnia is irrespective of how hard you try, you are not able to sleep at night. Okay, long and longer. I think all of you are getting it correct. Very good. Then why marks are not coming? I hope you are realizing that the question paper is really not that tough. It's all about we are missing on few simple things. Okay. Now the growing number of incidents of bomb blasts in the capital is a pointer to the fact that we can no longer maintain a disinterested attitude towards this event. I think this is the word we have already discussed in class. Disinterested and uninterested. Uninterested is you are bored, you do not you are not interested in the event, whereas disinterested we discussed in detail, it was unbiased. A referee has to be disinterested, an umpire has to be disinterested, a jury has to be disinterested in the case. Okay, whereas we people have to be responsible enough, we can't be disinterested. And if there is some people are complaining, they will not complain about disinterest, they'll complain about our uninterest, that we are uninterested in the incidents, and that is why these things are happening. Okay, I hope this is very clear. So these were pretty simple ones, I believe. The last one in English, the heart is the muscular pumping organ of the closed circulatory system of all vertebrates and some invertebrates. It is responsible for moving blood through the blood vessels by automatic repeated rhythmic contractions, or a similar structure for moving blood in Ethiopian circulatory system used by some invertebrate. All biology, I do not understand anything. Let us just move forward and see, can we do something about it. In addition to the term heart being used in a physical sense, that term heart is also used in spiritual. Looks good to me, I do not have a problem. Venous drainage is via pancreaticoduodenal veins, which ends up in the portal vein. I really do not understand. It is just the extension, more detailed extension there. In addition to the term heart being used in the physical sense, okay, I have some solace that this might be the answer. Up to 25% of all people having gallstone composed of cholesterol, lecithin and bile acid, it is not even talking about heart. As an integral part of circulatory cycle, the arteries participate in delivering oxygen and nutrient. It is talking about arteries, pH, optimize, not talking about heart. Now, you can argue that, all these can possibly be the answer, but the problem here is, this is not talking about the heart. A sentence, even if this might have been in the continuation, but for me as a reader, the one point which I can relate to is it should talk something about heart. Okay, now let us see. I think someone have already mentioned here moral course versus moral core. What would be the correct answer? What are moral cores? There will be one moral core, right? So that is the problem here, and hence your answer becomes this. I will agree with people who will say that, you know, they started with heart and they started to get into the detail and then they started talking about artery. Could well have been, you know, a logical conclusion to it. But here in sentence relation, try to look for the reference. You know, it is talking about heart, so let's talk about heart first. And if there are options, if all the options were like this, then we would have seen, you know, where it is going forward. Okay, let us quickly move to the next one. This is quant. I do not know, you know, there were people who got 11, 12 marks. So I will not even bother looking at these questions, you know, long set. I will not, you know, even look at this set. Maybe this is very easy, but I'll just move forward quickly, see this question. Partnership, Abhishek sir has taught, so let me see, can I do something about it? 100 condition of partnership, B got 100 per month management fees, 5% interest on capital. I don't think we got into any such things in class. I'll just leave it. Liquid question, I think Abhishek sir has, you know, done a lot of class here. Let us just quickly read the question. 3 liquids ABC of equal density in mixture 4:3. Initially 50 is taken out, replaced with A, again 50 is taken out, replaced with B. What is the percentage of C? I think this is as easy as it can get. It is talking about C and, you know, we have done nothing with C. Okay, so this is again a very simple question. That means in the first go, you know, whatever has happened here, I am not bothered about. This one would have become 1.5 in the next go and the total would have remained 9, right? In the next go it has become 0.75 and the total would have become 9. So what is my final mixture? 0.75 upon 9. So 11, this is 11, so this is 7582, this is 8.25 and here will be again 8.25. So I think 8 point, you know, sorry, here 8.2 will come here. So I think 8.33 is the correct answer here. I hope everyone got this. You just can't score in quant because you are not yet decided on what topics you should choose. You know, this is something which was elaborately discussed. This is, I don't think this needed to be discussed also. This was as easy a question can get. Okay, let's move to the next one. A big cube is arranged by 140 color. I am not sure if this answer is correct here, but you know, I'll just tell you what I did. Just see, because these do not involve any concept, right? This is common reasoning. A cube is there, 160 colored and 56. So what cube is this? Basically this is 216 is 6 cube. So basically it is a cube which is having 6 pieces in it. Alright. So this is how this cube looks like. Now, in such a way that the exposure of colored cube outside is minimum. Now, I'll just show you, I'll just show you something here. Let me just come on screen and show you a cube. So I have a 4x4 cube here. Okay, I think this is how it will be visible. So there is an important thing that you need to understand. So which, if I have 4x4, which is, you know, if this is 4x4 means there is 64 you know, squares here. Now just look, all these squares on the outside, you know, on the face outside, what is completely shielded will be, you know, all those squares which are inside this edge will be these 4 and even one layer inside that. So if I minus in this one, it will be 2 into 2. Similarly, if it was 6 into 6, the inner 4 layer would have been completely shielded. If you can understand this, then I might be able to, you know, help you with this question. Otherwise, we will just leave it. So here, these 4, rest everything is exposed. This 4 is, you know, is completely packed by this. Similarly, a similar layer of 2 by 2 will be packed inside here. I hope you are able to understand this. If you are not able to visualize this, then there is a problem with this question. Otherwise, you know, you can do. So the 2 layers has to be subtracted. So basically here, out of 216, which is 6 minus 2, which will be 4 cube. For the 4, there was inside there was 2 cube which was completely shielded. In 6 cube, you will have 4 cube completely shielded. That is 64. So out of this 160 color, 64 I can just put them in the shielded. Nobody will be able to see. So I'll have just 96 as the colored which is exposed. And how many of them are exposed? Out of, you know, this 64 is shield out of 216. So how many of them are unshielded? So this is 216 minus 64 is what is unshielded, right? So 152 is unshielded, out of which is this 92 which is colored. Okay, sorry guys, I had covered the screen. I did not. Okay, not visible. Let me just show it to you what we have done here. So first of all, I showed you a cube. Inside, when it was 4 into 4 cube, the inside 2 into 2 cube, I can assume that it was basically say shielded. Similarly in 6, basically if I have to look at the 6 one, all I can see is so basically the 2, if I remove from outside, it will be 6 minus 2, 4 cube, which will be completely shielded. So this 64 I can completely shield. Now how many I have to shield? 160 I have to try to shield, but maximum I can shield is only 64. So 96 color will be exposed, and how many are exposed? Out of 216, 64 are shielded. That means 152 will be exposed, out of which this 96 will be colored. So that is what the percentage of exposed area which is colored is this. Okay, I hope this is clear. Okay, let's move. No problem. Even if you left this question, I do not have much problem. I just wanted you to visualize few things, that's it. Answer sheet probability we have not taken up, leave it for now. Again, boat and stream starts next week. Okay, let's try this one. This looks calculation intensive, but let us just quickly try to see if we can do something about it. Total number of buyer mobile X from city A and city B together in 15. So city A and city B in 15. So this is mobile X is what? So we have to look at this too, right? So this is 56 is what here, and this is 75. I think there is a growth percentage given here. Have I made that table? No, I think can someone just give me that growth? I think this is scrollable. It will not be scrollable in because I have taken screenshot. Can someone quickly give me the percentage growth which has happened here? So there is this graph in which the number of buyers are given. This is in 2014, and then there is a growth table from 2014 to 2015. What growth has happened? Can someone quickly tell me the numbers so that I can just calculate it for you guys? So 56 is from city A, and 75 from city B. I have taken, this is all 24 data. I have to add multiply it with the growth and add them and get my final answer. Can someone quickly give me what was the growth percentages? Can you please tell me? I hope I am audible. I am not getting any response from anyone. Can you guys please help me? Okay, 12.5 for what? Please tell that to me. Very good. I think you are talking about city A. This is 12.5. So this I have to multiply by 1.125, right? Vineet, I left the screen long back. I think you are still lagging behind. Can someone tell me the growth percent? One is 12.5, and for the city B, can someone give me the growth? Okay, 17.5 someone says. Okay, perfect. So this is 1.175. Okay. This one is 5, 8, 9. I am very happy. This part becomes 0, and I have already checked that meanwhile that that digit sums are different, right? So this is 0, this is 12, 3, this is 9, 5. All I have to get a 6 in my digit sum. 6, 7. This is gone. 5 plus 2, 7. 2, 9. I think this is right. 5, 4, 9, 8, 9. I'll cut this. 5, 4, 9, 5. I think this is what should be my answer. There is only one digit sum with 6. Please just verify your answer. I have just used digit sum. I do not want to calculate. You can just check it if it is correct. Okay, perfect. Now I am getting, why I think there is a serious lag today. Okay, I hope you have understood this. We have again scored 1 mark by using our digit sum, pet digit sum, very good. Many of you are getting B, I am happy. Again, similarly try to do this. I think here your digit sum and all, I don't think this will work here. 8, 13, this is 16. This is 16 plus 8, this is 24, okay, good. 10, 16, this is again, so this is 7, basically 6, 7. This is 10, again 16, this is 7. Again, this is 18, 9 plus, I think there is already 3 7s. And most likely your answer choice will be here. You can just check. Similarly, what you have to do is, what is the difference between a total number of buyer from city X, mobile X from city D is 85, and the total number of buyer mobile Y from the same city, which is city D, which is 75. In 2015, you have to multiply it with the factors and then subtract. So basically, I think, most likely your answer choices will fall in this 3. If you are lucky enough to get these 2, the problem is anyway solved. Suppose you get, in these 3, if you get, then just look for the unit digit. If you get this, you are lucky. Otherwise, if you will be left to do some approximation here. I hope I have, yes, you will have to do, there are 3 days, it took us to explain. So please go through that and you can do it. So I hope, I am just giving you the modus how you are supposed to do this. There are 3 with the digit sum. If you are very lucky enough that you are getting digit after calculating with the digit sum, I do not have the data, so I am not doing it. I am just telling you the way. If you are getting one of these 2 answers, that means that straight away is the answer. No prizes for guessing. This is 8 plus 1, 9. This is 0. So either if you are getting 6 or 0, you are marking the answer. Most likely you will get among these 3 7s. If you get among these 3 7s, then look for the unit digit. Clearly it will be either 0 or 5. If you are lucky, you will again get 0. You can solve the question. If you are getting 5, then you will have some problem between these 2 7, but there is enough to do your approximation. So this question was okay. I hope this is all right. Okay, so quickly do that calculation. Now this is asking for approximate number of buyers, and it is giving, look at the option choices here: 112, 118, 122, 127, 128. I will not do this. It will take some time. Average of all the buyers, they want you to add. Again, even with digit sum, I will not like to do this question. This is just calculation and nothing else. Again, approximate and just look at the answer choices: 47.8, 46.5, 40. These are thumb rules. Please, if you have your approximation question, they are asking so close, do not even think about it. If these are the only 3 questions in the question paper, take your time out and solve. But if there are many questions that you can attempt, please forget them and just move forward. Airplane flies for all these hours, and what is the average? I think this was very simple question. I think anyone could have done. Just take the LCM. I can assume it to be 3600. Now this will take 12 hours, this will take 6 hours, this will take 4 hours, this will take 12 3 the 36. So total this is 20 to 25 hours. Total distance traveled will be 36 into 4, right? So that was the LCM. All this distance he covered in this ratio. So this is 416 into 36 will be your answer. 6 6 are 96, 576, 48 plus 9, 576. I hope you understood what I did. I assumed the total distance to be 3600 in each of the side of the square. So each will take, with 300 will take 12 hours, with 600 will take 4 hours, with 900 with 600 will 6 hours, 900 4 hours, and with 1200 it will take 3 hours. So total time taken will be 25 hours and total distance covered will be 36, 36 and 36 and 36. So I did this, and what I did was 3600, I imagine this is 36 into 100, 2400. So I got 36 into 16, which is 576. Okay, this is the LCM I took. You can take other numbers also, answer will not change, don't worry about it. I hope it is clear. Let us quickly move to the next question. Let's see. This is again very simple calculation question. So all it asking is, the principal into 1 P into, this is PRT basically, this is simple interest. So rate into time is all same, which is T, and it is giving you for all 1 year, all different rates, R1, R2, etc. And it is giving you interest paid as 475. So all you have to do is find how much credit he took. Time was 1 year each. P into rate 1 is 6 plus 6.5 plus 7. I think how many years are we talking about? 5 years. 6.5, 7.5, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 8. This is what we are talking about, right? Quickly do this. All the rates divide by 4375 and you will get your answer. So as simple a question as this. Okay, I hope this is clear. Let me just quickly move forward to the next question. Again, time and work is next week. A alone, time and work. There are 3 questions in time and work this time. Again, permutation combination not done. I will not touch it. Let's quickly see this one. This is series, and we have spent quite some time here. So this looks like 1 time. This is 2 times. This is 3 times. This is like 4 times. This is like 5. This is 5, 6 times. This is 6 times for sure. This is not 7 times. So this gives me a better clue. Otherwise it will be 84 and then I have to subtract a large number. This is 6 times, 5 times, 4 times, 3 times, 2 times, 1 time. Let us try to fix something. So 5 into 1 plus 2 is 7. 7 into 2 plus 2 makes sense. This is 16. This does not look like continuing. 16 3s are 48 plus 250. This fails here. So this is not a correct sequence here. Let us see if we can just proceed forward and see. 16 into 3, 48 plus 9. Okay, this is an interesting number which gives me some hint. Now 57 into 4 what will give me 1245. Let me just quickly do. This is 57, sorry, this is 244, right? So 57 into 4 is 7 4 are 28, 228, 228 plus 16. Now I am happy. So as soon as I get 9 and 16, I know my next one should be 244 into 5 plus 25. I'll just quickly verify. Yes, it looks like 5 4s are 20, 5 4s are 20, 22, 12, 20, 12, 20 plus 25, 12, 45. That means there is some problem before. So this one should have ideally been now. This is 5 into 1. This is your 1 square. So 2. Next one is 7 into this one is 1 square. Now next, which should ideally not give me 7 but 6. Let me just quickly verify. 6 into 2 plus 2 square. Right? So this will be 12 plus 4 16 and it makes sense. So I can immediately make out that 7 is my incorrect answer. Okay, I hope this is clear. It takes long time explaining, but trust me, if you are practice it, it was very simple question. Let us say this is clearly nothing but multiplication. Again, it should not be any problem here. Let's see the factors. I cannot do something here. Let me just do 528 by 24. 24 2s are 48. This is again, this is 48. So 24 2s are 48. This is 22 times. Let us quickly see here if it makes sense. This is nothing but some division. So this is 3 times. Can I take it? 3 8 3 are 24, 6 2 8 15, 84. Now this is 5, this is 0 1 0 5 6. I can immediately see this is 32 10 0 5 6. So this is 22, this is 32. I am not sure about next, but can I just say that this can be 12 here or 2 here. So it is moving in what rate you have to see. So if I get say 2 here, it satisfy my condition. 1 into 2 is 2 and 2 into 12 will be 24 and 12 into 22. So what I am seeing is there is a multiple of say 2, then there is a multiple of 12, then there is a multiple of 22. Okay, a little lengthy, but if you are in practice, I am quite sure these questions you must have figured out. This is not a new question. I'm 100% sure I have seen this question somewhere. That is why, you know, it gave me courage to proceed with this question. This is as simple as a question can get. This is 1 into 1, 1 into 2, 2 into 3. You know, this is 1 into 1, 1 into 2, 2 into 3, 3 into 4, 4 into, again this is 24 into 5. This should be 120 here. So I hope you can get it. 1 into 1, 1, 1 into 2, 2, 2 into 3, 6, 6 into 4, 24. Now 24 into 5 should be 120, and 120 into 6 is 720. So clearly this 96 is wrong here. Again, this was very simple. I think this question and at least a dozen such question we have done in class. Whenever, you know, the next term is in and around half, what was our rule? We will try to multiply it by 0.5 and see. 0.2 to make it 0.5, let me just add and see whether I am getting it or not. 2.5 into 1 plus 1, again 3.5 I am getting. Very good. This is, you know, this is not coming to me from some divine intervention. We have done all these questions. I hope you understand. These are all very simple questions, and we have done such questions in class. So this is has to be 1.5 plus 1.5. This is you know, this is 35 into 15, which is 3 plus 4. This will end in 25, and they'll have come 2 decimal, and there will be a 0.5. This will end with 0.75. The next number is my next number 0.75. No, this is gone. I hope this is clear. Again, we are using all the tricks that we have learned. This question I absolutely had no clue. I could not figure out what is happening here. So this is 4 into 5, I get 20. Now 20 into 2, I get 40. And suddenly I am getting 40 into what? I do not know. This is 40 into 40. This is 1640. And here, if I have to add 40, then I will get 1640. But really not able to make any head or tail of this, how it is proceeding. I'll just leave this. Okay, now here is our favorite quadratic equation. I hope all of you must have got it, you know, right. This is 4m square. This is, I'll just write down the equation for you. I'm sure most of you would have done it mentally. This is, you know, when this comes this side, this becomes minus, which is 5m, and this is plus 1. Okay, this is 4, so this is nothing but minus 4 minus m, right. So which goes there and becomes plus 4 by 4, and this becomes plus 1 by 4. I hope this is clear to everyone and there is no confusion here. Okay. The next one is very simple. This is n square minus 2n and plus 1. This is nothing but n minus 1 whole square, which is 1 and 1. So now you can clearly say what is the relation here. This is 1 and 1 by 4, and this is 1 and 1. Clearly this n is greater than equal to m. Very good. I think most of you are, you know, getting it right. Okay. Let's quickly see the next question. Again, this is very simple. 30 is 6 5 the 30. Can't get easier than that to even split. So this was minus 6 minus 5 goes that side. It becomes plus 6 and plus 5. Let's look at this. This is 6 to the 12. This is 6 to the 12 is nothing but 4 3s are. So this again becomes 4 plus 4 and plus 3 that side, and by 2. So you get a plus 2 and 1.5. Clearly these two parts are both greater than, m is clearly greater than n. Again, this was like what, 10-second questions. Again, let us look at this. This is 2m square. I'll just, expand this for you. 2m square minus 4m minus m plus 3, right? So this is, I am getting 2m square minus 5m plus 3 is equal to 0. Again, what I should get is plus 6, right, as product. Again, this is nothing but minus 3m and minus 2m is the split. So that goes to the other side and it becomes plus 3 by 2 and plus 2 by 2, 1.5 and 1. Let us look at this. This is 4n square minus 15n and minus, so this becomes minus 16n and this becomes plus 15. This is again 15 4 are 60, can't get easier than that. Minus 10 and minus 6, this is 10 by 4 and this is 6 by 4, which is 2.5 and 1.5, and here I was getting 1 and 1.5. Can you quickly tell me what will be the answer here? What is your n here? 1.5 and 2.5. Clearly greater than or equal to 58, right? Again a very simple question. Let us quickly go to the next question. Again m square, this is again a simple question. You move that side, so m square becomes 9. So m is equal to plus minus 3. Here this is 5 4s are 20, no brainer. This is plus 5 and plus 4. Both these are greater than plus 3 also. So immediately you know what you have to mark. N has to be greater than m. I hope this is also very clear, which is the third option. Now let us quickly go to the next question. I can already anticipate that this should be, cannot be established. Okay, let us see. 5m square minus 15 minus this is 18m and this is plus 9, right? This is 0. I hope this is, I have not done anything wrong. This is 9 5s say 45. Now I have to split it. So 15 3s 45. Again this is a very simple split. 15, this is again both should be positive, 15 and 3. So I get here this and I get this. So this is 0.6 and this is 5 3s 15. So 3 and 0.6 is what I am getting here. Let us quickly see here. This is 3n square minus 5n. So this is becoming 3n square plus n minus 2, right? So this is becoming 6, which is plus 3 and minus 2, right? Minus 6 we are supposed to get. So this becomes plus 3 and so that becomes minus 3 by 3 and plus 2 by 2. I hope this is right. So in plus you are getting 0.66. So a positive value of this is greater than a positive here. This negative will anyways be less than both the values. So option is cannot be determined. I hope there is absolutely no confusion in this. So why will people get 10 and 11 marks here? My simple question is this. All where these questions not there in your question paper. 10 marks out of 10 marks, at least 9 marks was sure shot 9 marks, right? Leave the arithmetic part that we have done. Now let us begin our simplification. Still the most say the juiciest is still there. So this is root 49 means 7. This is 43 plus 18 into 4 is equal to what? This is x of 3 by 8 into 500. This is what it is, right? 37.5. I can easily take it. So this becomes what? This is almost 200. 7 3s are 21 and 2, this is 200 and this is 18 4s are 72. Let us quickly look here. What is this? Now if you have to, this is x into, this is multiplication, right? Yes. So 1500 by 8, what will it be? So we all know what it is. So this is 272 and your x, if you have to get 272 here, you can just multiply if you want it here. Into 8 should be equal to x into 1500. So 8 to the 16, 56, 16, 56, 57, 5, 16, 21, 2100. 1500 into what will give you, sorry, have I done something wrong here? 272. Just a second. I think I have just messed something up. Let me just quickly do this again for you. This is 7 into 43 and this is 18 4s are 72. This is 3 by 8, right? So x into 3 by 8 of 500, right? Let me just quickly do this. This is 242 into 8 is equal to x into 1500. I hope I have not 37.5%. Sorry, I think that 100 factor was what was making the problem here. Okay. So now you can just quickly see 8 to the 16 here. 8 to the 16, 30 to 33, 19 here. All right. Am I doing something wrong here? Yes, it is approximately. Oh, what am I doing from that time? Sorry. Control, sorry. I think from, okay, you guys are also not pointing it out. So this is basically 7. How many times will I do this? Now 18 into 4. I am writing, from that time I am writing I don't know what I was writing. 18 fours is 72. This is 200, right? I hope this is, sorry, from all this time what I have been doing. This is 7 into 43. I am doing 200 from all that time. 7 3s are 21, 8 200. This is 372. This is 372 into 8. Now you see this is what, x into 500 into this was 1500. Now I hope you will get it. 8 7s are 56 plus 5 29. This is 3. So x has to be 2. I hope I have sorry. I was what, I don't know. I think that was some brain fade. I was first of all making this as 200 and this I was writing I don't know what. Sorry guys, let's quickly move to the next one. Let's see what can be done here. Again 28%, 71. I think options are little far, not that close but not very simple also. Let us see, x plus 28% of 342. Okay, I'll just wait for this. This is clearly 72 and 18. 18 fours are 72. I hope this time I'm getting it right. Minus this is 412, right? This is 412 is equal to 298. So let me just move it. This is minus 298, which is basically 300. So I have to subtract 2 more from here. I'll just move this here and I'll do this. So this is 28 is nothing but I can say this is like 30%. So 3 to the 6, 4, 12, 13, 1, 9, 10. I hope this is correct. I have not done anything wrong here. 3 to the 6 here. Perfect. 3 to the 6. Okay, I have again made a mistake here. I think 3 to the 6. There's something wrong today. 3 4s are 12 and 3 4s are 12. 3 3 9 10 26. Okay. Now 10 26 plus 4 here and then I am getting 100 minus. If I have to subtract 100, it will be 114. So I'll roughly get. Okay, this is clear. Okay, this is percentage, so this is definitely divided by 100. I'll tell you a small trick here. Try to use it whenever you can. Okay, so this is going on that side becoming 100 and this was percentage. This was 30, so this is 102.6. So x plus 102.6 is equal to 110. All right. Now, if you have to look at this, what I have done, I have increased the value here by 2%. 2 out of 28, which is 1 by 14. So basically 7% is what I have increased. So ideally, in my final answer choice, I should have reduced this. So this will not be 107. This will be 95. I wanted to tell this for a long time. Let me just erase this and explain this concept once more. Okay, I hope you will get this. Okay, just wait, let me finish this and then you can ask your doubt. This is x plus 28% of 342. Okay, and this was clearly 72 by 18. There was no problem here. And this is equal to minus 298 this side, and I have done plus 412 this side. All right, so if it was 300, I would have got 400 and if it was 300, so I have got 112. It is 2 less, so I'll get 110 this side. All right, this is plus 4 here. If it goes this side, this will become, okay, this was plus here, this goes that side, so this becomes 106. Okay, this part I hope this is clear to everyone. Now, the interesting part is this. So what I have done is, to do my calculation quickly, what I have done is I have made 20 as 30. In making so, what I have done, I have increased 2 by 28. This is the percentage increase that I have done here. So this is nothing but 1 by 14. 1 by 14 is what? This is 7%, right? Almost. 14 7s are 98, 7.28 or something. This we already know. I'll just approximate it to be around 7.2%. So what I have done is, making it 30%, I have increased the value of this number by 1.07. So effectively I have to reduce it down also approximately by 7%. That would give me the correct answer. So by doing it by 30, I got 3 into 2, 6, 3 into 4, 12, and then 1026. This 1026 will not be the correct, and of course there is, this one I have done 0, so this is there, and this is percentage, so this is 102.6. Now this 102.6 will not be the correct answer. 7, approximately 7% less than this will be almost 7, right? 102, 7% will be almost 7. So just minus that. So this will be almost 95. This is what you will get here. You can use your calculator and check what I am saying, and you will understand, you know, what is the concept that I have just explained to you. Okay. So you have to subtract this from here. So effectively you will get 11. This will be in approximation. Any number in and around 11, 12, you are getting only 14. Alright. So this is another way of doing say approximation. You increase by some percentage, and then final, when you get your answer, try to decrease it. Try it with few numbers, and you know, the lower those percentage increases, it is easier. Otherwise, you know, for, you know, if you increase something by 33%, how much you have to reduce it by, you know that already. But for 5, 6, 7%, so suppose you have to divide something by 99, you don't do that by 99, you divide by 100, you have increased 1% effectively by 100, and then decrease your answer by 1%. That is what you have to do. I hope. Okay guys, I am reading your comment now. If you feel 25 plus 3 is easier, please go ahead with that. No problem at all. This is how I prefer. I make, you know, I round it off to the nearest one and just decrease the number. Try it with few numbers, whatever suits you, do not worry about it. Arun is still, I think, seeing the past errors that I had committed in the last question. So, you know, just let me just quickly move forward. Again, you can do this simple calculation. Nothing more here. I think we have already passed. Again, you know, these are simple addition, subtraction that you have to do and find which is the second largest, which is the largest. Again, very simple question. Again, this one, what will come in place of question mark? I think again this was very simple question. Okay. This one again, this is family tree with family tree and sitting around the circle. Let me just quickly move forward. Again, we'll not do this puzzle here. Find the odd one out. Gaurish studies sits subject. Fine. Again a puzzle. Not doing it. Again, this one, I think 76 was easy. 76 to 80. Many of this one I have already told you. This is the agenda for Sunday. These questions I will be taking up. So again, these are very simple 4-5 questions that you are being given. Again, this is simple. Again, this is puzzles. Okay, again this is direction. I don't think this, I had to do it. If someone found it easy to do with digital thumb, please do it. Always good. I just gave you some, in approximation. These tricks will come in handy when you do approximation. Okay, this is very simple. I don't think I need to do it. Okay, someone is asking 65. Okay, let me just scroll through this and I'll just see if there is. Again, this is direction. Very simple. Just draw the diagram. You will get it. Data sufficiency. Can we just try this? I think this is 5 floor. Let me just try 1 or 2 data sufficiency and then we will just conclude. I'll come to your 65 please. Okay, don't worry about it. Yes, it happens with me also. You saw I did it 3 times. I was multiplying it instead of writing 300. I don't know what was there in my mind. I wanted to write it 200. And I did it 3 times myself. So when you are not in practice, you will make these mistakes. All the time that we are into preparing this, I also need some practice to get into that groove of cracking exam. Okay, now let's see these quickly. See what are these. 1 2 3 4 5 6 are numbered from 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. Okay, so these 6 floors are all floors are numbered. E lives between the floor in which D and F lives. Okay, and 3 is vacant is what is given. So now where can D and F live? So D and F can be on 1 and 5. But here 3 is vacant, so this possibility is ruled out. Now here that means they can live in 2 and 6. So D and F can be in this one, and in 4 you can have E. But at the same time D and F can occupy 3 and 5, and still it will occupy E. So you could have still got the answer. But look at the final possibility. If D and F are at 4 and 6, then your answer would be E. That is why you cannot deduce from this statement alone. Now there are two floors between F and C. Okay, so now if that is the case, so F clearly could not be here. This case already got eliminated. Now F will not be at 2. So where can F go? F can go to position number 6, right? So this one is between D and F. I can place F at 6, and at D I can bring him at 2. 6, 4, 5, 3 and 2. 3 is anyways vacant, and there is 2 and what is coming here? Quickly check it. So F can be here, there will be 2 floor, yes. C can come here also, and E can come here also. Okay, again we are getting 2 possibilities. I'll just make the diagrams for you. So see, what are the 2 possibilities? Even with this it is not clear. So what can happen is, clearly 1 was eliminated, so I will just leave here 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, right? These are the 6th floor. So F can come here, and F and D is here. The 2 floor, if I leave it, C can come here, and on the 4th floor we can have E. This is one possibility. Also I can place F here, D here, E here, and C 2 floors below it. So you see, even if I combine these two, I will not get the answer. I hope no, not even both. I am getting 2 possibilities. Even if I combine the 2, I am getting the same. I am getting 2 different answer. So your answer will be none of even by combining the 2 statement together, it is not sufficient to answer the data. Yes, it should be 4, which is the data in both statement 1 and 2 are not sufficient to answer the question. I hope this is clear. Okay, we will take it up. If there is any specific, please post it in the group. We will take it up. Don't worry about it. Okay. I hope both are insufficient. If even when you combine both, I am showing you the cases here. Please see it. There are 2 possibilities, which is coming. So your answer will be insufficient. D in a blank, C, that is 1. Your other possibility also is there. Okay. In between does not mean immediately in between. Different possibility is also there. Please think over it. Some class on puzzle we are definitely planning. We will not first let us complete the syllabus. That is also important. I hope this is clear to everyone. Even after combining, we are getting 2 possible answer. Let us see quickly this one. G is heavier than I and K, but not heavy as L. That means L is clearly heavy. Who is heavier? L is heavier than H and J. I do not know where this H and J is, but L clearly all the letters are used, and L is the heaviest. I can easily answer from here. Okay, this part is clear. Let us see the next one. I is third in weight in ascending. If this is the ascending order, so I is third in weight. Let me just say this is the ascending order. So I is here, and not as heavy as LGH. That means LGH 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 will lie somewhere here. If it was third in ascending, then these cannot come in the ascending order, and it cannot be below I. I hope that is clear. H is heavier than G, but not the heaviest. H is now heavier than G, but not the heaviest. That means who is the heaviest here? L is the heaviest again. So using statements alone, you are able to answer this question. Yes, I hope all of you are getting that correctly. Okay. Again, towards which direction? I think this was again very simple question. I think you can combine the 2 statement and get, but there is no such options. There are no such options. Okay, again a family tree, who is who of who. Again, I think yesterday only we had a class. Again, very simple question. Again, I fail to understand, I am solving these questions in front of you, and all these questions are quite solvable, guys. This is very simple question. How is D related to F? Let us see. A son of B, who is the daughter-in-law of D, who is former brother of E, who is the daughter-in-law of D, who is the brother of E, who is the husband of F. For this question, I did not even have to go anywhere. D, who is the brother of E. So D is the brother of E, who is the husband of F. Abhishek sir says not to use this. Who is the husband of F? I am using the plus sign. Clearly they are brothers and wife. So D is the brother-in-law to F. It is as simple a question. I did not even read the entire question. Again, similarly, if you read it and just go to the end, you will easily solve these questions. Again, 8 or 10 definitely doable question, guys, right? 97, again a puzzle. There is nothing to discuss here. Okay. I hope this is clear. So let me just come back on screen. So the topic which I left, I think rest all were very easy. Calculation in say quant, you saw at least 15 question out of 15 question. Even if you think that I made a mistake in one, you can also do the same in exam. One of the question was tough in the series, so that makes 2 questions wrong. Take one more. So out of 15, at least 12 were doable in quant, and 3 or 4 miscellaneous question. 15, 16 easily doable. It is so easy when we are leaving most of the miscellaneous topics. Then the DI also, we could randomly pick 1 or 2 questions and do. I'm not saying that it was calculation intensive exercise, but still not scoring 15, 16 marks is a sin. Please try to understand. If it is happening because we are still making some silly error. It is not happening because we do not know the subject or our preparation is not adequate. It is happening because till now we have not got used to the exam taking condition. We are still getting unnecessarily anxious about it. That is the reason what is pulling us down. So please don't make those mistakes. Those silly mistakes are to be avoided. We still have time in our hand, but please practice, please analyze like this. As Abhishek sir said, you get, even if you get 12, 13, then look at the answer, then see what was your optimal score. If it was 35, 40, then there is serious problem. See what are the mistakes you did when you were taking the test. I hope this is easy. You get 24 in this test, 15, 16 in say maths, 8 or 10 marks easily in say DI. So 15 plus 8 itself makes 23. English we saw, except for the passage, we could do all 25, remove another 5 from there, get 4 wrong also, then also another 15. So I am saying 40 marks any which ways you will get, right? 15 marks in quant, 15 marks in this, and 8 and 10 here. Worst possible performance also, you are getting 40 and you will be through. That is the message. So please try to understand. Do not get bogged down by what you have done already. Try to analyze and see how you can improve now. And just see all those areas. It's no brainer. I'll always start with say the quadratic equations. I will check the say DI set whether it is asking for more calculation or not. If it is easy calculation, I will just go. I'll see if I can use my digit sum, etc. Simplification I have to anyway solve, and I'll solve it very quickly. I have to keep practicing. Every day I should do at least 20 simplification question. Same goes with the number series question, and same goes with the quadratic equation. These 15 marks are like waiting there to be taken. You can't lose on them. And if it is a good day, DI will also be easy. So 20 marks. Add another 4 or 5 questions out of those miscellaneous topic. You are having 25 marks in quant without any problem. 10 marks here in say reasoning section, quite easily with your blood relation, your mathematical inequality, maybe syllogism, all this put together. I am counting only 10. Out of the other 25 marks, you get one puzzle right, and then also you are having 15 marks. So 25 there, 15 here is your already say 40 marks here. 15 marks in English, worst case possible scenario, even if I could not work on improving my reading speed, but I've worked on my vocabulary, I'm getting 55 marks. It's good enough. I think I will sail through this 55 marks. I should try 70, but there is no reason why I will get stuck below 50, right? So this is what I wanted to convey with this analysis. All of you are saying you will not disappoint us with your next test, and please try to understand it happens with everyone. Please don't get bogged down. This is the time when people take couple of tests, they will get low score and they will leave their preparation. But this is the exact time when there will be few who are getting very poor score. They will analyze, they will see where they are making these mistakes, they will rectify it and come in top along with the toppers. And this is the make or break, guy. This is the time. So don't give up, persevere, work hard, find where you are making the mistakes and rectify it. You will get through. I have told you time and again, I have taken the name of the topics, how we can easily score those 55 marks almost. Even if I remove another 5 marks, 50 marks, I can even on worst possible day, on that on the day of examination, I'll score 50 marks for sure. Okay, so with that, let me just call it a day. I hope you have understood. Any doubt, you can post it on our platform, on Gradeup platform. You can post all your queries on our Facebook group. You can post up. We will definitely take it up and discuss. If you have more questions to discuss, we will definitely take it up. Okay, so thank you again for listening to me patiently. Thanks again.